What did you make of Darryl Sutter in the Pelletier press conference?
I thought it was unnecessary. I was going to say embarrassing, but I think that's too strong. A lot of people would respond and say, look, this is typical Darryl Sutter shtick. This is what he does when he gets a question from the media that isn't pointed enough or is too broad, and he is essentially knocking the media person for their question. I think there's way too much backstory to this, in that it is abundantly clear so far that Darryl Sutter is resisting everything that the Calgary Flames management is trying to do with how they handle their young players. Think about the way that it played out earlier this season. Matthew Phillips, just earlier this month. They call him up. He sits as a healthy scratch for a number of games. He's leading the AHL in scoring, north of a point per game. He sits as a healthy scratch and then finally gets in and plays 2 games, somewhere between 8 and 9 minutes each game. So now they call up Jakob Pelletier, first-round pick, also north of a point per game in AHL scoring, clearly a talented kid, that sits for 12 days after his call-up and then finally gets into the lineup, plays in a fourth-line role, 6 minutes, and the coach gives that kind of answer. That's gross. It's gross on a number of levels because it's him asserting his power. It's him clearly not wanting to work with young players and assimilate them into the lineup. And I just don't think you can get away with that in today's NHL. It's 2023. You need young players. Up until Pelletier played, the Flames were the only team in the NHL this season that had not dressed a player under 22 years of age. They didn't have anyone playing on an entry-level contract. Like, you can't win without those things. Young players contributing, entry-level contracts, and efficient money spent.